Welcome to the only guide you will ever have to watch on how to summon the Vengeful True Sun God in BTD6 or the VTSG as we call it. And after this video, you guys will be able to always do it on your own without messing it up. I'll go through everything you need to know. I'm gonna keep this video short and simple so that everyone, even new players, can understand how this actually works. And at the end of the video, I'll show you guys a little secret with the Vengeful True Sun God and Adora, so stick around to catch that one. Now, before we go in game and try to summon this guy, we need to know two major things. The first one is that the summoning of the Vengeful True Sun God does not work in sandbox. So instead, you could do it in a normal game, but in this video, I'm going to be doing it in a challenge. So you can create a custom challenge, just go into the challenge editor, give yourself max cash. So as you guys can see, I've given myself almost infinite cash. You select the map that you want to play on and make sure to have monkey knowledge enabled, and that is going to be the second thing that we need to know, and that is that we need there can be only one monkey knowledge from the magic tree. See, that's the monkey knowledge point that doesn't really explain anything, and you guys might have seen it and you might not know what it does. Well, that's it. That's the one that you need to have in order to unlock the Vengeful True Sun God and in order to be able to summon it. Okay, so now that we've entered our challenge, let's show you guys how to actually do this. So I'm going to get my super monkey, I'm going to get the 300, and I'm going to quickly talk about the types of towers that we have and how the sacrifices need to go, because this is where everyone messes it up, and it's very important that you guys understand how this part goes. So in BTD6, all of the towers are divided into 4 categories. We have the primary monkeys, or the primary towers, which have this kind of bluish background behind them. We have the military ones, which have the green background. We have the magic ones with the purplish, bluish, I guess, background. And then we have the support towers with the orange, brownish background. So why is all of this important? Well, it's important because we need to be sacrificing these towers to the Sun Temple and then afterwards to the VTSG. And so I guess where everyone messes it up is the amount of money that they sacrifice, or the amount of worth of towers that they sacrifice to the VTSG. So in order for us to get the maximum or the strongest Sun Temple, we need to sacrifice towers from 3 out of the 4 categories, and all of those sacrifices need to be over $50,000 from each individual category. So let me show you guys how that would work. So for example, if we want to sacrifice primaries, military monkeys, and magic monkeys to the Sun Temple, again, you need to do 3 of these, not 4 categories. So for the Sun Temple, we do 3 categories, and out of each category, we need to sacrifice over $50,000 worth of towers, right? So we're getting the boomerang, which is obviously a lot more than $50,000, and that is going to be our kind of, representative, if you like, from the primary towers. So now that we have over $50,000 from our primary towers, we're gonna move to military monkeys. So let's get the Darling Gunner. Let's just get the mat. That thing is over $60,000, and now we have over $50,000, obviously a lot more than $50,000 worth of sacrifices from our military towers. And then we're gonna get the Permabrew, which is another very expensive tower, and this thing is again over $60,000 worth. So now that we have our 3 out of 4 categories, that's very important. So to the temple, we sacrificed 3 out of the 4 categories. So we choose whichever 3 you like. So you could do maybe primary, military, or support, or whichever combinations you guys like. Make sure it's over $50,000 from 3 out of the 4 tower categories. And now that we have all of these towers around our super monkey, we are going to buy the temple. And this is how we're going to get basically the so-called max temple. So now that we have our temple up, we need to do one more round of sacrifices to the True Sun God. But the difference is that this time, instead of 3 categories, we sacrifice over $50,000 from every single category. So that's very important. So again, I'm going to buy the boomerang. We know that this thing is over $50,000, well above $50,000 actually. I'm going to get this thing again, the mat, and some of you guys maybe are gonna ask, do I need to buy it as one tower, or can I have it distributed among more towers? To which the answer is, you can buy more towers as long as the total worth of those towers from the same category is over $50,000. And now I'm gonna get the Permabrew, which is, again, as I bought it previously, is well over $50,000. And from the support ones, I'm gonna get the Village, which is, again, well over $50,000. So now that we have our representatives from all 4 different tower types. Because the monkey knowledge says, there can be only one. So that is a reference to the super monkeys, meaning that there can only be one strongest, I guess, or tier 5, 5, 5, I guess it's called super monkey. So we need to sacrifice the other ones, but the other tier 5s. But a very important thing to know is that, as you guys see, this is the radius of our Sun Temple. And so something that you guys need to be careful of is that when you're buying the other tier 5s, so when you're buying the anti-bloon and when you're buying the Legend of the Night, you need to make sure that these towers are outside the range of the temple. So this is the temple's range, and you need to make sure that these guys are outside of its range. So now that we have all of our towers, so 4 representatives in this case, or 4 towers that are worth over $50,000 from each category, and we have our other tier 5 super monkeys, we can buy the True Sun God, and this is how you summon the Vengeful True Sun God. And there we go, simple as that. That's all it took. So the place where I guess most people mess it up is in the sacrifices. So for example, be careful with the game mode that you guys are playing on. So for example, I'm playing on hard. But if you guys, for example, are doing a challenge on easy mode, then that means that some of these towers are not going to be as expensive. And if you don't have over 50k worth of sacrifices in your towers, then you're not gonna get it. So make sure to always, kind of do the maths, or just buy super expensive towers that you know for sure are over $50,000, so that you don't mess this guy up. So as I mentioned at the start, there's this very cool Easter egg or a secret on this map, which is Adora's temple. So if you have a level 20 Adora and you're trying to sacrifice, you're trying to summon the Vengeful True Sun God, this is what happens. How cool is that? The entire map gets transformed, so the water and these waterfalls become pools of blood, and Adora herself gets transformed as well. And an interesting thing about this is that she actually gets buffed by the VTSG. So if you have the Vengeful Adora, as we call it, everything about her changes. So let me just hit play and show you guys. So for example, her abilities, they turn black. Her ball of light is no longer this yellow thing. It's kind of this shining purplish ball, and it's a very cool secret and a very cool Easter egg that I thought you guys might like. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys found this helpful, and hopefully after this video you guys will no longer need help and you will know how to always do the Vengeful True Sun God without messing it up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.